Hello everybody, I am here at Six Flags New England in the water park, probably for the last time this season before they close it down because it is near the end of August right now. And in Massachusetts, things get cold real quick. So I'm here to enjoy one last day, and while late I am going to deliver the wait times for all the different water rides here. And I'm also going to show you what's open today. So let's get this party started and get ourselves to cool down. Our first stop today is going to be the Big Kahuna. So once we get those tubes, we're going to go on up there. Okay, so we have procured our tubes, which means I'm going to start timing how long it goes from the bottom to the top of this ride. And then I'll let y'all know. I'm not doing it with the waiting for the tube wait time because a lot of people get rentals. So like we're just doing the basis of we're waiting in line. Also, shout out to Gianna, who we just met while we were waiting for the tubes right now. Really sweet. We were in such a rush we couldn't stop, but I just want to say thank you for saying hello and thank you for enjoying the channel. Okay, I found her back in the line. She ended up right behind me. So I just want to say thank you for saying hello and that you're really sweet. So what's your favorite ride here in the water park?
Probably this one.
This one?
Around, yeah.
Okay, the Big Kahuna. Yeah. Thank you for watching.
Woo!
Woo! I can't see because my sunglasses are on. Woo! Woo! Oh! 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 Just gonna dunk in real quick. Oh, that's nice and refreshing. How was that?
Excellent.
Refreshing?
Very.
I couldn't go down the dry slide again.
All right, so we timed that and it was a 10-minute wait going up the stairs. So that's actually really not that bad. Although you kind of have to wait in another 5 to 10 minutes if you're waiting for a tube. So keep that in mind. All right, so we are going on the Adventure River next because as usual, it's opened up towards the end of the day. So I will let you know how long it takes for us to get a tube while waiting in the slide. Woo! It's going so fast. Adventure! Oh, we're gonna get wet now. Are you blocking yourself? What are you doing? I'm blocking you. I don't think a shield with a hole in it's gonna work.
I don't care about the hole.
Woo! Woo! Nice foot rest. I didn't see it coming. What up? I did say I want to get wet. I just didn't see that. Everybody nice and relaxed?
Nope.
I would love the option to do this both with the tube and without the tube. Like if it wasn't as crazy crowded. I know they do that in some of the Orlando parks where you can actually be in the tube or just swim along it. I think it'd be really fun to swim along it. So, viewers, what is your favorite part of Six Flags New England's water park? What's your favorite ride here? Put it in the comments down below. Also, while you're doing that, give this channel a subscribe because I'm about to get really wet for y'all. Please subscribe! Thanks for subscribing. All right, so the Adventure River, 10 minutes, 10. Good times. So we're walking up Cannonball Falls right now, and I don't actually know if there even is a wait time, so I'll let you know when we get up there. All right, so as irony should have it right now, I'm actually exiting the line because this little thing that I bought today to protect my phone from the water broke in the line, and I just don't feel comfortable enough going down this slide and putting my phone at risk. So I'm gonna go back and see if they can replace it for me because I just bought it like an hour and a half ago. So I'm gonna see if they can just swap it out. I was gonna think I chickened out, but I didn't. All right, shout out to the staff because they did swap it out for me and I did not have the receipt because when I was in there, I was like, oh, you could just toss it. I won't break this. And then I immediately broke it. And they're technically not supposed to do that, but since they're really nice and I was like, I don't want my money back. You can keep my money. They just swapped it out for me. So thanks guys, that made my day. A little less anxious. So, you know, this is why we got to be careful with our things, everyone. I just want to make a comment about the fact that there's like a yellow jacket issue going on here in the park, which I read about on Facebook. but it is really a lot worse than I was expecting it to be. The drink stations are being managed by staff because they don't want people going near them because of all the yellow jackets, but then the staff themselves are diving away from the yellow jackets. And meanwhile, we're just walking around and there's yellow jackets everywhere, like dive bombing me. You may be wondering why I didn't do any time stamps for the tornado, the bonsai pipelines, or the typhoon. The answer being, they're all closed. I believe the tornado was open very briefly, but then something happened with the pipes and therefore they are not running it right now. So there actually aren't that many water slides open at this moment in time. So we're just going with the flow and getting the timelines for what is open. We are getting in line for Geronimo Falls right now, which does tend to have a lengthy line. However, I am starting that one here in the tube line as opposed to getting the line because you need a specific tube for this. And I don't think you spend that much time in the actual line. So we're gonna time it now. We have procured the tubes and we are going in 2 groups because there's 5 of us. So we had figured that out. Adam's being a superhero right now and he's carrying this float for these 2 little girls that couldn't carry it by themselves. What a good guy. He's single, everyone, if you're looking for a straight guy to date. Moving on up.
Oh, well, I guess are we on the east side?
I guess so. We're going down to the east side.
Well, I guess
Oh wait, no, it's west side. That's what Moby's saying.
yeah, we're west side.
I do like the view up here though. Look at that, you can see the Riddler. You can actually see all the major roller coasters except for Wicked Cyclone. You can see Riddler's Revenge, Superman, Joker, Batman. That's actually pretty cool. Yes.
Ryan?
Yep, that's me.
Huge fan.
Oh, thank you. Oh, he's letting us in. What's your name?
Benjamin.
Benjamin.
Film a YouTube
Yes,
video!
hey! This is
all I wanted. Come on,
Benjamin.
guys.
We're going too. We're going on this ride.
Hold on tight to your blue handles. Enjoy your
Okay.
ride. All right.
That was way scarier than I thought it was gonna be. That drop was crazy. So first thing, that was about 12-13 minutes to get all the way to the top. And we met one of the viewers up there, which is awesome. Hello, thank you for watching. But I've never actually been on the Geronimo before. And now I know why it's called that because there's like a part there where you just drop and I did not expect that. It was awesome. It was a good filler for the tornado being closed today. Now Adam is exploring this side of the lagoon, which we actually never come over here. And it looks like neither does anybody else. Look at this, you can go take a nap over there in those chairs. It's kind of what I want to do. This just tells you which cabana you have because it's labeled by which location. For all you drinkers, there is a tiki bar here. Okay, I'm just gonna point out the Monsoon Lagoon does have a wave pool. I just never see it on, so it's actually pretty cool to see it going right now. So we were waiting in that line for almost 20 minutes, waiting for 5 singles to come down, and we saw 0, and eventually we got 3, and we were just like, all right, just grab the next double, because we don't know where the singles are. And also there were kids that were coming off of it and just taking their tubes and running back up, and the lifeguards and attendants weren't really doing anything about it. So keep that in mind when you come in here. If you're waiting for a tube, that it could be a very long wait just trying to get a tube. All right, here we go. The ascent starts to the top of the slide. Woo! Oh! Oh! Woo! So, without waiting for the tube, it's about a 10-minute wait in that line, which is actually pretty good. When we got to the top, there were a bunch of single tubes there, so we took one, but people get up there and I guess they abandon ship on them to take other tubes, but then they just sit there. So that is why we couldn't get any singles before, but we rode singles on the way down. So it all worked out. One last stop in the lagoon, which is honestly the most beautiful pool I've seen that's not at a resort. Look at this. It is gorgeous here. Gorgeous. Actually feels really nice right now. Hey, Baywatch. Hey. You got a nice silhouette effect going on right now with the sun. You look a little cold.
Oh, cool. That's awesome.
Speaking of Baywatch.
What?
I said, speaking of Baywatch. Give us a run. I found a fish. There he goes, being Baywatch again. He's like, this is what it feels like, my personal spa.
You guys are very massaging, you know?
Yeah. I feel like it's so hard.
It is.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, knock your glass.
Sunglasses are like falling off. Nice and refreshing. We found ourselves the Lost Temple over here. Where's the treasure? That feels really nice. What?
This place open in the summer from like 7 to 10, adults only night.
I agree.
You could be in here to have like an all tiki car floating around.
Okay, but if they had an adult night, you would be all over that with the beer.
Oh yeah.
All right, viewers, what is your favorite pool like feature at a theme park? Like this one at Six Flags New England. I'm not talking about like a generic pool. You can tell me your favorite one at a resort too. I'm always down to hear that because I love thematic pools, so put them in the comments below.
We have left the water park, and while that means I'm going to be no longer giving you water line times, I am going to just go on a couple rides before I head out tonight. And I'm making everybody go on the Joker because you know how much I love it. We have 2 people here that have not ridden it as the Joker. So I'm excited to get their reactions. I'm off the Joker now, and I just wanted to make a pit stop here near the entrance. There is a Coca-Cola Dream World event happening right now. You can do a limited time sampling, and they have one of those like 360 cameras, which, you know, if my buddies were here, I'd do it, but they went on a ride and I'm leaving. So I'm actually leaving now while they continue to finish out the night going on rides. And I really wanted to go on Superman, but full disclosure, man, I don't feel great. Like, not sick, but like, basically, I haven't slept very much in the past week, and I wanted to be very honest about that with all of you because I feel like when we make these videos, I'm coming here and I'm positive and I'm putting out my personality to 100. And like, I want you to know that there's like a person behind that too, which I know you guys already believe, but it's just like, I haven't slept very much this week, and last night I didn't sleep at all. And it's like that exhaustion, man, it is hitting me hard. So I'm gonna go home and get some food and find my Lyra, and we're just gonna cuddle up and get some editing done and call it a night. So sitting down right now is incredible because I didn't do a lot of that today, and usually I can keep that energy up and keep on going, but I was like really looking for a place to sit, and there was really nowhere to do that. And even in the water park, it reminded me that there's like no benches when you exit the water park, and they could really utilize that. I know you could go inside a changing room and change there or whatever you want to do, but the benches would be really helpful, especially while you're waiting. But there really isn't anything. And the Yellow Jackets, man, they were like out of control. I had read about this on one of the groups I follow, but like, it's really bad. Like, they are everywhere, and they are not just in the water park, they are all over the park. While we were waiting for the Joker, they were swarming us and dive bombing us, and I was like, man, if one of us had an allergy, this would be really bad. So if you do have an allergy, keep this in mind. You may want to wait until it cools off a little bit and the Yellow Jackets kind of go away, but you know, you just gotta be really cautious about that because I don't know what Six Flags is actively doing about it. I'm sure they're doing something, but they haven't said anything publicly about it. So I don't know, just keep that in mind when you go there. There's like a lot of Yellow Jackets, and I mean like a lot of them. Okay, everybody, I am back in my humble abode. There was a ton of traffic getting here, and it was a little crazy, but I'm just happy to be home with my dog and getting ready for bed, even though it's super early. Lyra's eating in the other room, which is why she's not in the shot. Thank you for watching. I super appreciate the suggestions and making videos, including this one. This was a suggestion from one of the viewers. Thank you. Also, if you could give this video a big subscribe and thumbs up, that would be a huge help. Also, if you could check me out on Instagram and Twitter, and if you could support me on Patreon, every little bit helps me continue making videos like this one. Remember, everybody, every day is an adventure, and live your best life.